Once every semester, Miss Muller and Miss Hayward's class have an Econ Mall in the school. During the Econ Mall, students buy products that other students at Whiteland Hall make or buy. Hundreds of students come into the LGI room to buy goods, candy, clothes, toys, and more. You might be asking yourself, what gives these students the motivation to sell these goods?
I chose my product because it's first period, first thing in the morning, and I figured people would probably want like a breakfast food and Sunny D, so I thought it'd sell.
So I picked to sell clothes from Goodwill that I hand-picked and washed because I'm really passionate about thrifting, and it's one of my favorite pastimes. And also, in case I wasn't able to make a good profit, then I could keep the clothes for myself anyways, so it's not really going to waste.
Students can choose what product they want to sell and can let their creativity and freedom shine. This also lets students choose how they want to present their product and perfecting the quality of the product. Each student has their own picture and image of what they want out of their product and how they will sell it to customers. But what could students really get out of this, and how could this help them in the future, involved in business or not? To answer just some of these questions, Mrs. Muller, the teacher behind the Econ Mall, talks about what participating students can learn about selling products.
I think one of the biggest things is that it's not so easy, right? It's a difficult process. Kids start out thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this, it's gonna be easy, but the idea of producing it and actually selling products a lot of times is way more difficult. But I think just learning that stores have to sometimes struggle how to price things, I think is a big impact kids will have, and understanding why prices go up and down and fluctuate is a huge impact, I think, on this learning experience.
Non-participating students can also learn plenty from the Econ Mall just by simply buying products. This teaches them the decisions involved in being a consumer.
I think they can learn too about supply and demand. So some of the students notice that prices kind of changed from what kids had advertised, and that's just because as more and more customers came into the LGI room, kids were selling out faster. And so in the real world, that's exactly what businesses do. They raise and lower their prices based on their supply and demand. So I think they could learn that, but also that just some of our kids here in this building have unique talents and hobbies. We had a lot of kids that did different things that were their interests outside of school. And so I think kids learn a little bit more about other students as well, and maybe what some of their hobbies are.
When students participate in the Econ Mall, creating products and using creative ideas to ensure the quality of their product, it can teach them a lot about making a business in the future.
So we do a lot of the same things and talk about a lot of the concepts that a business would. So we talk about cost of production, so kids had to figure out exactly how much it costs for them to make each item. We did a little bit of marketing. We didn't do tons. We talked about marketing. And then we also did things like competition and what you have to do to try to get people to come to your business. So all that real world stuff, I feel like our kids learned just a little bit. Obviously, it's not to the extent that a real life business would do, but little bits just to kind of get their taste. And some of the kids enjoy it and some kids don't. And they learn that maybe owning a business is for them, and some learn that owning a business is not for them.
The Econ Mall is a great idea for students involved in business to step into shallow waters and explore the business world. The products that these students make and present really show off their creative genius and passion for what they want to sell. Mrs. Muller does a great job at making the Econ Mall happen and truly letting these students feel a sense of freedom. The event is such a spectacle, and many students in WCHS love attending it every year.